Hello everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to my second video. Today we are going to be ranking the top 10 Federation suits from the Universal Century. This is based completely on my own arbitrary ratings and probably will not line up with yours, but I am basing this off of both design as well as personal preference. To get things started, I will be starting from number 10 and counting downwards until number 1, number 1 being my highest rated out of them all. Now that we have that out of the way, we can get right into it with number 10. Number 10 is the GM Command. Now I have many reasons for this choice, not just its design. I really like how it's the base model for several of the variants of the GM, and it really shows that the Federation started focusing on quality mobile suit development rather than just quantity. It could hold its ground in many fights against the Zakus, and also excelled in other places, sometimes even known to go against the Dom. Overall, a really good suit, and it's up here, not in last place, but it has qualified to the 10th out of my favorite suits. In number 9, we have the GM Ground type. This was mainly featured in 08th MS Team, and is known for its rugged design as well as its earthy, dark colors. I really like the color palette for this, and it is showing its place in 9th place on this list. It uses many iconic weapons such as the 100mm machine gun, as well as the capability to hold all of the same guns as the Gundam ground type, for which I really think it deserves its place. Number 8, we have the GM Kai, also known as the GM Type C. This is one of the modernizations of the original GM, and as such it has an even more futuristic design as well as cleaner line work in all of the art of it. It's not too popular, it's been shown in a few OVAs as well as some series, but in my opinion it is one of the best versions of the base GM. As such, it sits comfortably at 8th place. Number 7, we have the gun cannon. Classic old gun cannon, been there since day 1 of the series. Thankfully, it has also been a mainstay in the series up until Gundam The Origin, where it was shown in one of the first mobile suit battles ever, where it looked beautiful in the Iron Cavalry colors. I really like its design as well as the dual shoulder cannon setup, and because of that, it sits right at 7th place. At number 6, we have the GM Custom in its beautiful silvery white design. I really like the paint job on this thing, as well as how the accents kind of contrast with that. It almost looks like a Gundam if you changed out the headpiece, and for that I really think it ranks high on the design scale. Performance wise, it is good, but it wasn't exceptional for its time. So it's not amazing, but it is at 6th place, and I'm happy with it being there. 5th place, we've moved up in the years a bit. We have the Jesta. I'm going to call it the Jesta, maybe it's the Yesta, maybe it's the Jesta. I'm going to call it the Jesta. I really like the dark color scheme of this thing, as well as the visor being a different color to many other GMs and Federation suits that we've seen in the past. I really think it stands out on its own, and that is one of the main reasons that it's this high up on the list. Number 4, we have a close relation of the Jesta, the Jagan. I'm going to call it the Jagan from now on. I don't really know if it's pronounced like that, but, you know, we'll go along with it. Jagan is one of those suits that is classic as well as futuristic at the same time. It first debuted in, I think, maybe Char's Counterattack, I could be wrong, and since then has been iconic for being a grunt suit. Its nice green theme, as well as its high performance for a grunt suit, has really made it stand out from the rest of its competition. That is why it is in 4th place. Number 3, we have the GM Cold District type, a GM variant developed specifically for use in Arctic or otherwise cold regions. I really like its choice of weapon, with the Sten look-alike gun being its main choice, as well as its slightly unique head shape, but also its really unique frosted and pale colors. I really think this is a beautiful suit and deserves more screen time. Number 2, I actually have a Gundam here, but I will defend myself by saying that the Gundam ground type still counts as a grunt suit developed by the Federation, considering it was only made from spare parts of Gundams, and it was still known to have about similar performance as other grunt suits, therefore it was not that special. Therefore I still think it counts as a grunt suit. And finally, in 1st place, we have my all-time favorite suit, GM Sniper 2. The best suit of the 1 Year War. That's my opinion, but I really think it was. Not just because of its design, but because of also of its performance. It was reported to almost go toe-to-toe with the RX-78-2 Gundam in terms of flight speed, it even surpassed it. And for that, I think it really, really deserves more screen time. Other than those 2 seconds we got before it was shot down so painfully. Well, we don't always win them, do we? And now, some honorable mentions. For honorable mentions, I only have 3 suits to mention, starting off with the Kel, probably pronounced Kel, Quel. I really think this is a nice color design, and it really shows up when compared to the Jesta that you can see with the design carried over. And for that, I think it deserves a place in the honorable mentions. Number 2 of the honorable mentions is the Nemo. It is not my favorite suit, but I really, really like the chunky design of this, as well as the red visor on him. This makes him stand out. And then number 3, of course I have to mention him, especially considering my last video was all about him, the GM Spartan. Only shown up really in one design booklet and then one magazine excerpt. I really think it is an iconic design, and even those little screen time moments have given it such a wide presence on the internet. Well, that was my 1 to 10 ranking of the best Federation grunt suits in the Universal Century. Thank you guys for watching, and remember to like and subscribe for more content like this. This was Kensumi, and I hope you have an amazing day. Goodbye.